Am I overreacting over friend showing up to my house late when he knew my wife was alone? So I am male 37, my wife is female 26. I just got home from a business trip. I was in Chicago from Thursday night. A friend of mine, male 45, showed up at my door at 11 p.m. on Wednesday night. He knew I was gone, and he also knew my wife was completely alone. This guy has always been nice to us, but I will say my wife had told me a few times she felt like he treated her differently when he wasn't around. Neither of us thought much about it. I spoke to him through the camera, and he was acting a bit weird, seemed startled when my voice came through. Said he forgot I was away and was coming to see if he wanted to have a beer. He didn't ring my doorbell, it almost looked like he jiggled the doorknob. I actually had to tell him to leave. He kept looking behind him and over to the side. I almost think he was trying to see through a small part of our window to see if lights were on or try to see if she was coming. I never had to call the police because he left, but I didn't feel good about it, so I called my wife and told her not to answer. I can check to make sure all doors are locked, and I did. I didn't sleep all night over it, and was checking the cameras non-stop, checking our bedroom to make sure she was okay. I then flew home early, was supposed to be there until close to 11 p.m. Thursday, but got an early flight, so I was home before dark. I thought it was really odd. We live in the same gated community, my wife and I see him around quite often, and I talked to him hours before I left for Chicago. He asked if she was going to be all alone. Normally she's not alone, but she's having migraines from a new medication and wanted to stay at home and relax, so I didn't think much of it at the time, said yes. He just said, oh well, if she needs anything we read just down the street. This man has never ever showed up at my door. I went to talk to him when I got back, and he was weird about it again, and changed his story. Like I said that night, he said he wanted me to have a beer at 11 p.m. on a Wednesday, but when I talked to him in person, he was saying he heard a bunch of sirens and came down to check on her because she was alone. Everyone thinks I am being overly dramatic because he left after I told him to. I personally think the entire thing is sketchy, and don't trust him in the slightest anymore. We were already planning on moving, but I am ready to get out of this neighborhood over this. Honestly, there is not much I can actually do about it obviously at this point other than get her away. I can get pretty protective over her, and I've definitely overreacted in the past, but this is killing me. I don't use Reddit, so apologies if I did anything wrong. Just wanted to post. Friends and family are acting like I am insane.